So what is going on, everyone? I am Travis, and today I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for coming to my presentation today, as I will be discussing my journey of becoming a professional baseball player for the San Francisco Giants and the obstacles along the way that I had to overcome. Now, my hope is that you will take from this presentation some key points that you can apply in your life to be able to go on and achieve your goals and your dreams. Now, we are going to get into three main points today. The first of which is that baseball is 90% 90% mental and 10% physical. The second key point is that you must not be afraid to fail. And the third key point is making a difference in people's lives. Now, my background starts as a 9-year-old when I began playing baseball in Little League, and I played all the way up into high school, my freshman year of high school. But once I got to high school, everything completely changed. You know, things seemed a lot bigger for me, and I used to have this belief and this mindset that some of the greatest athletes in the world, that they were naturally born with this talent, and that they didn't have to do a whole lot to work hard to achieve the things that they were achieving on the baseball field. Now, according to ShenondoWordPress.com, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So my issue in my younger days is that I didn't understand the importance of the mental side of the game of baseball. As we mentioned earlier, 90% mental. If I had known that if I would have just put my head down, work as hard as I can, then that would have been better for me, but I didn't know otherwise. Now, my second main point, discussing don't ever be afraid to fail, you guys. Some of life's greatest adventures and achievements come when we put ourselves willingly out there. And for me in my younger days, baseball, again, I was so fearful because I was lacking the right mindset. But you guys, I failed 5 baseball tryouts before I ended up really achieving success in baseball. And it wasn't until my mid-20s that I really started to achieve the type of talent and the player that I knew I could always be. And I failed 1 high school baseball tryout. I failed 3 junior college baseball tryouts. And then after I transferred to SF State, that was where I had my 5th baseball tryout, and I didn't make it, you guys. But what I learned along the way is that I kept putting the work in the gym. I kept putting the work behind the scenes, you know, at the park. And that's what they say, man. They say that champions are made when no one is watching. So the third key point that I'm going to discuss with you guys that I really hope you internalize is making a difference in people's life. Now, when we're talking about baseball and the mental side, you really have to have extreme mental toughness. Now, according to baseballdudes.com, you've got to work hard, preserve, have mental toughness, and the rest will take care of itself. So with being a professional athlete, there are so many things that are thrown your way. You're talking about the media placing expectations on you to perform to a certain level. And when you start thinking between your head and you start getting in your thoughts, that is when you are not going to play to your potential on the baseball field. Now, one of the things that stood up in my younger days growing up, we all have had struggles in our lives. And I think baseball brings us all together. Matter of fact, any sport for that matter. And for me, in my younger days, the San Francisco Giants, they won a World Series championship during one of the most difficult times in my life. And so what I think about that is I think about the type of impact that that championship had on the community of the Bay Area and all of San Francisco. And you know, that is something that I think as an athlete, you really got to internalize. When you're putting in all this hard work, when you're by yourself, behind the scenes, you know, you got to think about what is the bigger picture here. The bigger picture is making an impact in people's lives. And that is all that we really strive and want to achieve in our lives. We want to be doing something, a job that we're extremely passionate about, a job that we understand what it's going to take mentally, especially with baseball, the grind mentally, and what is it going to take physically. Those are all things we got to keep into perspective, you guys. So in conclusion today, I spoke about some of the obstacles I had to overcome in my baseball journey. My 3 points that I came away with, you guys: baseball is 90% mental, 10% physical. The second key point is you mustn't be afraid of failure. And the third key point is making a difference in people's lives. And I think if you guys take all of these things into consideration, you apply that hard work, you put your head down, you use a lot of different resources that you know can benefit you. Things that I recommend, like visualization, meditating as well. These are going to be all things to help channel your mind and your mental strength to help you be able to go out and achieve all your goals and dreams, whether that's playing sports or whatever it is you do. You guys can use these concepts, and I really hope you dig deep within yourself and push yourself out there to achieve your full potential. You guys can absolutely do it. Thank you. Appreciate it.